The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day after the market close. Tom takes your phone calls from 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time using the data available at that time.
Let's go to Gail in Tampa. Hey, Gail, what's going on?
Hey, love your program. You're amazing.
How long have you been listening?
Oh, my gosh. Well, off and on for about maybe, 6 to 7 years.
Oh.
I mean, just on the radio, didn't understand the TV. And then I go out to Seattle once a year. We have a trading club out there.
Okay.
And then he started talking in class about your book, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's the guy that I listened to in Florida. And then I started watching your TV live, and it's just amazing. I need to become a tiger.
Well, you're already a tiger. See, you've been out there 6 years. See, once you check in to TFNN, you can't check out. It's like Hotel California. It's pretty sick, I know.
No, it's great. And I have some gold I want to try to get over to you, and then I want to buy some coins for my grandkids. So I appreciate what you're doing. I think it's amazing. You're just really amazing. Thank you very much.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Good day, Money Masters. Hi, folks. I'm your guest host, Steve Rhodes. Welcome to the Tom O'Brien Show. I am filling in for Tom today, and thanks so much for joining me. This is absolutely my favorite time of the day. I love being here. Now, you can watch this show live by going over to Tiger TV. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com, and you'll see on the tab, you'll see Tiger TV. You'll be able to go ahead and watch the show live. You'll be able to see my charts just as soon as we get these things fired up here. And it's a great way to be able to learn, to be able to see what's going on in the marketplace. And, you can also watch us on your iPads, your iPhones, really all of the devices, the Google devices, if you will. And what you do is go over to the homepage of TFN.com. Over on the right-hand side, what you will see is you'll see a little area, boxed-in area with some red dots around it. And click on that, because what you can do is you can bookmark that on your device. You'll be able to, see a live feed of what's going on here. And it's really an absolutely fantastic way for you to be able to learn. Now, as far as the markets, these markets were up, down, and all around, folks. And the Dow finished off 48 points, down at 12,422. You had the S&Ps finish off at 1289. That was down about 6.5 points. Composite down 14, out at 2710. Small caps finished off at 764.20, down 6 points. The NDX 100 was down 10. New York Stock Exchange down 49. We had King Dollar. What was it all about? You had King Dollar down 67 points, folks. 67 points. King Dollar up 67 ticks. Light sweet crude was up 20 ticks. Gold was down 790. Silver off 38. And, absolutely, it was really all about the dollar. But, folks, I absolutely really do love being here with you. This is so great for me. And, I know the value of your time. I promise to deliver you an absolutely great show. You can always get us at 877-927-6648. And again, I'm Steve Rhodes. I host the Trader's Edge Show, which kicks things off for us here at TFNN each Monday through Friday at 9 o'clock. You can always catch my archives on Channel 14. And then Tom and I follow that show up with a show called The Money Masters. If you haven't checked that one out, you can take a look at that. You can catch the archive on Channel 15. I'm also author of a daily investment trading educational newsletter called Mastering Probabilities, which is currently producing a great annual return. You might want to check that out. You can always do that for 30 days. I've got a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. And there's really only one thing that you need to know about me, folks. It's really simple. I learned long ago that the way you do anything is the way you do everything. Now, I'm thorough, I'm patient, I'm logic-based thinking, I'm open to new things, always learning, always teaching, folks, and I'm a natural-born provider, and most of all, I'm passionate in everything I do. In fact, this little necklace, this 300-year-old coin that's hanging around my neck, inscribed on it says, "Live with passion." Why? Because that's what it's all about, folks. It's all about turning dreams into reality, making the invisible visible, making the impossible possible. You see, each of us each of us have been given an unquenchable desire to have dreams of a better life, better financial times, better emotional, better spiritual, better physical lives. We've all been given that unquenchable desire, folks. So what are your dreams? What are your goals? What are your outcomes? Because your dreams, folks, they're there. Everyone has them. They might be on the surface. Some of us wear them right out here on the surface. Some of them, they're deep down inside us. But one thing is certain. They're all there. And folks, what do we want you to do? We want you to live your dreams. Now, when we talk about dreams, what is it that the market was dreaming? Well, if we go take a look at the Dow, so we'll start off here with the Dow here. And on the Dow, you can see how it really pushed its way back. You know, when we came back after the New Year's session, we came back on January 3rd, and in the Dow here, if you're taking a look at this chart here, you're taking a look at this long-range bar here, this green candle. The Dow went ahead and punched all the way through that October 27th area. That October 27th was a real key swing point for us. Now, it got up and over that area with lighter volume. Today, as we were pulling back, as the euro was crashing, if you will, or certainly moving down, you had the Dow that actually pushed its way up a bit. You know, you closed out, again, just down 49 points. And then so that was on the Dow. Now, where's the Dow headed to? You know, you've got a chart pattern here that actually could take the Dow up and over its highs. You could take it up into the 12.9 area. You know, what you'd have here is you'd have a butterfly pattern of 1.618 butterfly expansion, pretty amazing. And where we would be going, we would be completing a full move coming all the way back here to the May 2nd highs. And, you know, take a look at what a trip that was from the May 2nd highs all the way down to these lows here on October 4th. And, you know, that's where it is that it looks like the Dow is headed to. If we go take a look at the SPYs, we'll switch over to the SPYs here in just a moment. What you're going to see is you're going to see patterns that are out there that are similar with all of the indexes. Now, the SPYs are not going to go ahead and get up over their May 2nd highs. What we're looking at here in the SPYs, we're looking at a pattern here. You've got an A to B equals C to D that started when we came back on the day after Thanksgiving. Now, most folks, you were all digesting, probably like myself, and that A point on the SPYs that we're taking a look at started out at the low on November 25th, right around the, let me see here, what's the exact price on that? November 25th, it was down there at 11.58. You made a B point coming up into the highs in the December 6 time frame. Your C point, as it moved back, and it was about a 0.618 retracement, your C point on that came down to 12.02. A to B equals C to D would take us up into 13.10. You closed out the session today up at 12.89. If there was a opportunity for the markets to push down, today was the day. Now, you still closed below that 12.92 area. That's that October 27th time frame. We closed over just slightly yesterday. You closed just underneath it today. And, you know, what you've got is you got the bulls still are saying they're in control here. They want to go ahead and they want to complete this pattern. Now, this pattern, what you've got is, if you take a look at this red line here off of the May 2nd highs, you've got this descending tops patterns, if you will. And you can see how it's coming in conjunction here with the A to B equals C to D. It also would be a Gartley sell pattern at 12.72. So our range, when we take a look at the SPYs, we're taking a look at a range of somewhere between 13.10 and 13.29 as an area that is a likely sell area. Now, it's got to get up over this 12.92. You know, the markets are going to be closed on Monday in celebration of Martin Luther King Day. So you're going to have the world markets that are going to be trading. We come in on Tuesday. Things are going to absolutely be wound up, if you will. And so there's going to be a lot of energy. And one of the things that I want to show you here is I don't use the exponential moving averages from a trading standpoint. But what I do is I use them to understand what's going on in the market. You know, I have this belief, how do you know where you're going to unless you know where you've come from? Well, what you're taking a look at on my screen here is you're taking a look at when the 50-day exponential moving average crosses over the 200. That's what's called the death cross when that happens. And folks, if you go all the way back to the highs that we had here back in the markets, back in the 2007 time frame, you will see right around the January 2008 time frame where we had that same 50-day come through the 200-day. When you come through that, you should be looking for bearish outcomes. And you can see if you did that all the way down, if you knew that, if you just simply use that as a little bit of a roadmap, as a triptych, so to speak, then where that would have taken you, that would have saved you a lot of money, a lot of bread. You would have understood what was going on in the markets. And you can see that It's a lagging indicator, okay? And that's why I don't use that from a trading standpoint other than being aware of, what's out there. It's nice to know where the potholes are in a trading system, if you will, and what it is that you should be looking for. Why was it not a leading indicator? Well, you can see that the March lows were put in right here. You didn't get a crossover coming the other way with a 50-day EMA moved up through the 200. That didn't occur until the, let's see here, it looks like about the August time frame in 09, so you would have missed out on a move. What you really had down there at the lows in March, folks, if I draw that pattern for you, you actually had a butterfly expansion. So you had this nice little butterfly expansion. That was the last leg down in the move all the way that took us down into March. There was like a 1.272 butterfly expansion. That's what this looks like right here. That is a leading indicator. Those are the types of indicators that I like to trade with. Now, with regard to understanding the lagging indicators, though, what happened when you came through it, when the 50-day came through the 200-day again back in August of last year, and you can see ever since that time frame, you can see it was a lagging indicator because the market started moving down off of the May highs, and it took all the way until the August of 2011 time frame before we had that crossover. But still as a lagging indicator, at that stage, folks, you definitely want to be looking for bearish outcomes. Now, what did the market do? It moved sideways for a while. But then, just recently, and I'm talking last week, I'm talking when we came back on January 4th, January 5th, when we started out the new year, what happened? You had that 50-day crossover, that 200, giving you a positive influence with regard to the way that you should be taking a look at trades that are out there. Now, the markets are going to breathe. They're going to go up and down. Those are patterns that exist out there all the time. And here at TFNN, we can teach you how to play those patterns going both ways, both on the way up as well as on the way down, folks. And all of these indexes, they're really all doing the same. If I pull up the small caps here, and this is a trip, when you take a look at the small caps actually, as soon as they can get past this October 27th area, what the small caps are going to do, the small caps want to make a 1.272 butterfly expansion that would take it to 797. Small caps finished out at 764 today. And what you can do is you can also see that in that area, it's also 0.618, I believe it's a 0.618 retracement, 0.786 retracement off of the highs that we had back here in July. If we go back over to the actual May highs, it's not really that much difference. The May high was up at 868. You had the high in July up at the 860 area. So what you've got is really a convergence of retracements. I want to be able to teach about sacred geometry. It is so great. It is so amazing how they act as information points, as magnets many times. And so what you'd have looking at, what we're looking at, now first what's got to happen in the small caps, it's got to get up over that October 27th area. 877-927-6648. Give me a call, folks. Love to hear from you. We'll be back in just a few.